Why did you choose Columbia?
Columbia has a great school for international students and non-traditional ones. So I decided to go for it and got accepted. I'm coming from Israel.
I actually left, so I'm no longer a student. I dropped out. Well, it just didn't make sense to me anymore. The correlation of the cost and outcome wasn't that great. I mean, yeah, I just wanted to do my own thing.
I wanted to be in New York City. It was the best school I got into in New York City.
I chose Columbia because I knew it would have a lot of resources for the projects that I want to do in human rights, and I was really impressed with the academic integrity of the institution, JP, and also I like that the staff at the law school had Kimberly Crenshaw, who I adore. So that's why I came here.
I chose Columbia because I wanted to stay in New York and I really wanted to have access to the gender and sexuality center that they have here.
I applied for about 20 or 50 universities and I only get acceptance from 3. That's the best university. So that's why I come here.
It's got good financial aid and there's no class on Fridays.
Because it's one of the most famous university in the world and it's very famous in China.
My major here is computer engineering and I think it's very suitable for me for my future plan. I think here Columbia is my best choice.
Well, I chose Barnard specifically because I wanted like a women's college in New York, and Columbia offers a lot of like really great resources.
I chose Barnard for the same reasons. I really love the city. I have a lot of family here, and I wanted both like the research that, like specifically physics research that a large institution can offer with like the support that Barnard offers to women.
I mean, I feel like if you want to go to an Ivy, like why not pick the Ivy that's like in a huge city? But also I like cities, so that might not be everyone's choice.
No, I think everyone that goes here really loves the city. And that's just like basically why.
Yeah.
Is Columbia the best Ivy?
Based off of sheer name recognition, no chance. I can talk to people and they've never heard of Columbia before. But Harvard, or maybe Princeton, even Yale, world renowned. So in spirit, maybe. In reality, no. But we are in New York City, so I would much rather be here than in New Haven or New Jersey or Cambridge. No. So we believe, even if everyone doesn't.
Do you think Columbia is the best Ivy League?
I do, because I think there's a really cool culture and history of student activism here. And Columbia in 1968 was like a really important site for like a lot of debates going on in New York City about gentrification, about class solidarity, about all that kind of stuff. So I think it's really cool that we have that at a university.
Actually, yes, I do think that Columbia is the best Ivy League. I think that it works really hard to incorporate the non-traditional student. It's the only Ivy League that has a non-traditional student program called the General Studies program. So not only do we have students here that came straight from high school, but intellectuals that maybe went into the military first, who were professionals in the entertainment industry and ballet, dance, things like that, are offered a chance to go to an Ivy League even though they took a different path to get there. I think that's something that's outstanding and diversifies the Ivy League community in a way that you don't see on any other campus.
I knew that I wanted to be in an urban area. I knew what the work I wanted to do is international relations, so New York would be a great place. And honestly, I just knew I loved New York, and I think urban area, nice campus, and loving New York, as well as good financial aid, which was through the Questford program. For me, I had a lot of like a limited amount of information, and with that limited amount of information, I just tried to make the best decision. I think I made a pretty good one.
Do you think Columbia is the best Ivy League?
Yes.
And why?
Because it's in New York City.
Do you think Columbia is the best Ivy League?
I haven't been to a lot of other Ivy Leagues to compare it. I think you just have to be like realistic that you're not going to necessarily get it like just staying on campus, because I feel like Morningside Heights is like since like Columbia obviously like gentrified Harlem and stuff like that, Morningside Heights is like a very kind of like artificial area. So like if you really want like the city aspect, like you have to go to Harlem, like you have to go to Brooklyn, like that's just not gonna happen here. So I'm a first year, so it's like I'm still like trying to figure out how I fully feel about Columbia. But all Ivy League schools have its benefits, you know, and they have like their problems. So I think it's just like what you want to get out of life and kind of what you value basically. And I think it's like you shouldn't really decide to go to Ivy League school just because of its name or just because of its clout. Like really like think about like, do I want to be in this like space, and like what do I think I will get out of it as a person? Like how will I develop really as a person that has like a fully functioning like empathetic human being than just like going to like an Ivy League school and like having that be part of your identity.